Good morning, everybody. I have got you kind of turned a little different here. I've tried to rearrange it where it makes it a little more visible. It's hard in my little kitchen. It's just hard to do. So we are going to make some homemade cinnamon rolls this morning using crescent dough. And remember I told you can do the shortcut things, have the shortcut? There's no way in the world I could make cinnamon dough, the dough for a cinnamon roll. I just couldn't do it anymore. I could do it when I was young, but I can't do it now. And I put mine, I'm just baking one thing. Most time if you got a big family, you probably want to make two of these. But you want to put them in a some type of buttered dish. Usually these work better than metal. They just seem to cook better with something like this. And you're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to put this in the microwave for just a second, just enough to soften it where I can brush it on or spread it on the dough. And then you're going to take a 1/4 cup, maybe just a little over a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like more cinnamon, add more cinnamon. Yesterday I put, well, I'm going to use I used the way I measure, but I'm going to use a real teaspoon today. And I'm going to measure it like this. Now, if you do it like this, unless you really like a lot of cinnamon, I probably wouldn't put any more. Try it this way. If it needs more cinnamon, the next time you'll know to add more. Cinnamon is it's strong. And you don't want to overpower it with cinnamon. I might put just about a 1/4 teaspoon more in mine, but that's it. And then you're going to take a fork and you're going to mix this up, or a spoon or something. I'm going to use Evan's little spoon today.
Yeah. It's because it's like better like scooping and stuff.
Yeah, it works pretty good. Yesterday I made this into a paste. I melted the butter, put this in this, and spread it around. And you can do that if you want to. I'm going to add just a little bit more brown sugar to this because it doesn't quite look like enough. Yesterday I think I used a 1/2 cup. But today I'm going to add just a little bit over a 1/4, about a 1/4 and a tablespoon. Okay, now we're going to mix this up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, you dropped it.
Nanny dropped some, Evan.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now let me get this off of here because we don't need that on the dough.
Yeah.
The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our dough out of this. And this is a sheet. I didn't get the perforated crescent rolls. What, honey?
How do you dough?
How do I what?
How do you dough?
How do I dough? Well, you just take the dough out of this little tube, honey. See, like this?
Oh, yeah, like...
And sometimes it may have some little cracks in it that you'll have to seal up. Find your edge, like this. And then just, let me get you tilted down here. Put it on the paper like this. I've got a piece of freezer paper, and I've got it taped down here. Because the other day I taped it down, and it was so hard to stay on the thing.
Yeah.
And you got to make these, if there's any little tears in it, you want to fix those, okay? And I took my rolling pin. And I just rolled it enough. Whoops. Uh-oh. Sticking to it a little bit in there, Evan. And I just rolled it enough to kind of flatten it out. I didn't roll it a lot because you don't want to. And it may stick a little bit when you do this.
Yeah.
Now, let me melt my butter just a tad bit here.
Yeah. Because you want to make a little bit of stuff like melted butter and like make it...
Well, you got to get the butter soft enough to spread it over that.
Yeah.
Just about ready. Okay. I think it's melted enough. Once it gets melted to about like that, you don't want to get it hot.
Yeah.
Because you're putting it over this dough. Okay? If you want to melt this ahead of time and just set it to the side, you can do that. Now, let me get my brush here. You can do it this way or you can just pour it out on it. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just kind of spread it. Don't go all the way to the edges, though.
Yeah, because it like the fluid might just spill out.
Well, it might leak out, but you want to kind of press that together on the edges. Get all that butter in there you can.
Yep.
Then you're going to take your brown sugar mixture with the cinnamon, and you're just going to sprinkle this over this.
Yep. Uh-oh, you got a little.
Yeah, it won't hurt anything.
Yeah. Because it's just brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. Just brown sugar in it, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Brown sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah. You could put it on the bottom too. But that would be a little too much sugar.
Well, I don't think that would probably work very good, do you?
Well, you could roll it up and then do that, but that would be a bad idea.
Try to get this along the edges as best you can, guys.
Yep.
Now, that looks like enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to just put all this in there. Now, what you're going to do now is you're going to go here at the end, and you're just going to tilt it over like this.
Yeah.
Curl it over just a little bit. And you don't want to press it down. You just want to roll it up like this.
Yep.
Oops. Mine has got just a little tear in it right here.
Yeah, but that's okay.
And I'm going to fix it. Now, you want to cut these. What I did yesterday is I trimmed the end off right here.
Yep.
So it would have an even start.
Yep.
And you want to go about
A little.
this big right here. See how much? And you want to get it right like that. You want to set it right down in your pan like this.
Yeah, like you could make these for Thanksgiving though.
You could make them anytime you wanted to. Put a little space between them. I did because they cook more evenly that way. I see a lot of recipes where they're stacked right on top of each other, and that's fine if you want to do it that way. If you're cooking a bunch.
It would be like better if you like make a little Christmas tree with it.
You think so?
Yeah, because it would be Thanksgiving though.
Okay, then we cut this one. Now, I think it stayed together better yesterday with the... Because this is wanting to kind of come apart.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
Now, we get the last one here.
Uh-oh. It spilled out.
Yeah, it's kind of
again.
wanting to spill out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the paste, putting the paste on it kind of keeps it together better. Mm-hmm. Now, you've got that. You put them in your pan. Now, we're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. Yesterday, I think it took 15 to 16 minutes to do these. Check on them. When they start getting golden brown, then, you know, they're done. Take them out of the oven. Let them cool just a little bit, and then you're going to mix your icing, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Once we get these in the oven.
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to make the icing for the cinnamon rolls. And I have about 3/4 cup of confectionery sugar here. And you're going to need a teaspoon of vanilla and a couple tablespoons of half and half milk, heavy cream, just whatever you've got that will work. Any of them will work. It just depends on whether you want that much fat, you know. Today I'm going to use the heavy whipping cream because that's what I have. And I've got milk too, but this, I don't put that much in this. But Robert got me this. It's a thing that stirs for me. Because just like today, no more than what I've done right now. Boy, that's just razzed up back there. It's just mad as it can be. So, I mean, I'm just, But anyway, Evan, my trusty helper here, he's here helping Nanny, aren't you, buddy? Okay, I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of vanilla. Or a teaspoon. If you like a little more vanilla, just put a whole teaspoon. It won't hurt anything. Then I'm going to put just a little bit of milk. And you want this kind of liquidy. You want it to where it'll pour. Okay, now this is kind of noisy. And it tends to throw the powdered sugar everywhere. But it does not leave any lumps. I will have to say that. And I'm going to put just a little bit more milk in mine. Now, all I got to do now is just set this aside. And when the rolls are done, I'll take them out. Let them sit for 3 or 4 minutes. Don't put it on them scalding hot. But then, and this comes loose so I can wash it. But we will be right back in a minute.
Yep.
This is some cream cheese icing that I made yesterday for a banana cake. And I had about a cup left over. So I put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to heat this in the microwave just a little bit and add it with my other confectioner's sugar here for the icing and put that on top of them. So I'm going to have cream cheese icing on top of mine today. Now, I kept that in the microwave about 12 seconds and melted it just enough to mix it in with this. You can always put a little cream cheese in this if you want some cream cheese in the icing. If you don't like cream cheese, you don't have to put it in. And I'll just mix it up there. And now I have a cream cheese icing. So, we'll be right back when they're done. Okay, they've just come out of the oven. I'm going to let you see what they look like. They're still kind of bubbling around the edges. Can you see the bubbling? Boy, they smell so good. And this, I made 2, 4, 6, 8 cinnamon rolls out of 1 pack of crescent roll dough. You could make them thicker or thinner, or you could turn them the other way and make small ones if you wanted to. You could do whatever you wanted to with this. And you could even take this dough if you don't like cinnamon and take something like take a little layer, put you a little thin layer of cream cheese and a little thin layer of strawberry jam on top of it and roll them up, and you'd have strawberry cream cheese Danish. You know, you could do that, or just, there's different things you can always do. But like right now, I'm waiting on this to kind of get just a little bit cooler to put the icing on it. But if you like it to kind of soak in the cinnamon rolls, you want to put it on while it's still kind of warm, you know. So let me put you right back here. Let me get you down this way. I'm going to try to get you closer so you can see what I'm doing. And I've still got my ice in here, and I always just kind of stir it up a little bit before I put any on it. And I like it to kind of soak in. Let me get a spoon over here. So I put mine on while it's still kind of hot. And I'm just going to kind of drizzle it back and forth. And if you want to pour the whole thing over it, well, I guess you could. I just kind of drizzle it around on it. And these look so good. That one up there looks like it needs a little more. But these are some tasty, tasty cinnamon rolls. So if you all try it, let me get you back up here. I feel like I'm in a hole. This side of my kitchen is not lit very well, and it's hard to even see anything, but me and my husband's going to work on that. But if you like cinnamon rolls and you want some good, tasty cinnamon rolls, look at those. Aren't those yummy, yummy? And all you got to do is roll out the dough, brush it with butter, sprinkle cinnamon and brown sugar, about 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and mix it up well, sprinkle it over it, roll it up, cut it into about, about 3/4 inch to 1 inch. You want them pretty good size. And put them in your buttered dish and bake them I baked these 17 minutes. So that about does it on 375 degrees. So you all watch and give me feedback. Like and share, guys. Like and share. You all have got to share the group. That's the only way people are going to know about us, is to share it. And you all have a blessed day and do something good for somebody else. I'm going to try to be in here cooking today. I made 3 banana cakes yesterday. I sold 2 of them, gave one away to a lady that was one of the ladies that got one, and she needed it for a church, for they were getting ready to have a funeral, so I just gave her the other one. Because, one little cake doesn't help a lot, so I gave her both of them. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's nothing. But do something good for somebody else today. Just cook them something good to eat, or send them a card, call them, just to let them know they're important to you. But anyway, you all remember that Jesus is Lord. He is. He's the Lord of my life anyway. And I hope He's the Lord of your life. I pray for everybody. I pray that nobody dies lost. But I know more than likely that's not going to happen with a lot of people, just according to what I read in the Bible. But anyway, best life you'll live. And you can lay down at night and go to sleep, and you know that if you don't open your eyes back up, where you're going to be. That's a comfort in itself. But I'll talk to you all later. You all have a blessed day. Bye.